All right, Peyton, a lot of people will be outside. You got Greek Fest, a lot of Memorial Day stuff going on. So sunscreen's always a good idea.
Sunscreen, always a good idea. And as you said, always check the forecast before you head on out. The great news is, Leah, we don't have any big weather issues today or tomorrow for the holiday. I do want to mention we do have an air quality alert today for most locations around our area. Notice what parishes are included: St. Tammany, all the metro area from St. Bernard, Orleans, Jefferson, up through the river parishes and up to Baton Rouge. And this is because ozone is going to be running a bit higher than normal. Nothing too wild, but if you are already sensitive to certain things, you might notice it today, and you do want to limit your time outside. That's for sensitive groups, not for everyone. For most people, though, you'll be just fine. If you're heading out to Greek Fest, maybe heading out to the lake or the beach, should be a nice day out there. We're starting off on a fantastic note. We've got the blue sky. I think we're going to have quite a bit of that today. Not nearly as much rain and clouds as we saw yesterday across the area, and there were a few showers and thunderstorms across the area for your Saturday, but Sunday's looking a bit drier. Temperatures this morning feeling great. If you're close to the lake, you're in the 70s. If you're close to the coast, you're in the 70s. But everywhere in between is in the 60s. 66 Bogalusa, also 66 in Raceland and Homa. So that's a fairly common number across the map here. Notice Bay St. Louis checking in at 64. Feeling great. We're going to warm up today. We'll get into the upper 80s, but it's still not going to be too humid. We still have more of a northeasterly wind. It's not very strong, but it's enough that the humidity is staying low. So it's going to feel great out there this afternoon, just like it did yesterday. And I tell you what, if you're going to be out this evening, feeling amazing as well. Don't forget the sunscreen. It's certainly going to be your friend. The UV index is at an 11 today. That's an extreme category where you can get burnt in about 10 minutes, depending on your complexion. We'll have a 10% chance of a shower today. I do think 1 or 2 showers are going to pop up, but it should not be anything too impactful. However, don't be surprised to see a dark cloud here and there this afternoon and maybe a shower. Shouldn't amount to much, though, and then into tonight, things look mostly quiet. If you are getting out on the water today, or tomorrow, or into Tuesday, chop shouldn't be too bad. That's great news for any small craft. You're not going to have any huge issues. Notice about 1 to 2 feet on average, whether you're staying in the lakes, the sounds, the bays, or if you're getting out into the Gulf. It's still not going to be too bad. Your rain chances are not very high, about 10 to 20% all the way through the week. High tide going to be 1 p.m. this afternoon in Grand Isle. Shell Beach, 3 p.m. Your low tide is going to be running late tonight or early tomorrow morning. Chance of rain as we go into the new work week here, increasing towards the middle. We're going to have a couple disturbances that ride out of Texas. I think most of this rain, though, is going to stay in the Gulf as it slides towards Florida. However, we'll be warm enough. We will see our humidity increase in the middle of this week. We'll watch for some scattered showers and thunderstorms, I think mainly around Thursday. The good news, the tropics, they are fairly quiet right now. We don't have anything expected to really develop in the next couple of days, so that's great news. And remember, hurricane season officially begins on Thursday. Our Eye on Hurricane special is actually going to be running on Wednesday, the 31st, 6:30 p.m. So you'll want to tune in for that. Once again, that's this coming Wednesday, the last day of May, the first day of hurricane season, Thursday, June the 1st. So here's your 7-day forecast: 87 today, 89 tomorrow and Tuesday, so a bit warmer. The humidity still shouldn't be too bad, though, but as we get into the middle of the week and as we go into June, starting to feel more like summer, it'll be a little hot and humid. We'll have a few showers and thunderstorms around.